A bizarre unexplained phenomenon has been recurring at St. Joseph's Church on Pavonia Avenue in Jersey City over the past 100 years. What neighbourhood residents have described as two mysterious cat's eyes have been blazing out onto the local community of Hill House from the church's belfry. Over those many decades, no one has been able to work out where the lights come from. Shaped like half-moons, the lights have confounded the nearby residents since they were first seen in 1921. What looks like a strange pair of eyes has attracted the attention of thousands of mystified onlookers over the last century, and there seems no logical explanation for them. They are described as having a pale, phosphorescent glimmer with sometimes the appearance of a bloody red streak. Also known as St. Joseph's eyes, the strange lights first appeared in June of 1921. Lasting for over a month, they attracted a crowd of 5,000 gazing spectators from far and wide. Many people in the city and beyond at that time believed the lights to be evidence of a miracle, a sign from God. Priests at the church tried every method they could think of to locate the source of the lights. It was evident that the lights were not created by a light source from within the church, so they tried sprinkling flour throughout the belfry floor in the hope of footprints being found. If the eerie cat's eyes were caused by reflected light from an outside source, that source could not be located. On Good Friday in 1954, the lights began to appear again. Some boys playing outside observed an orange swirling glow in the tower windows, and the news spread like wildfire. The Mamie Roman Catholic community linked their reappearance with religious significance, as the Pope had declared it a Maronite year, meaning that the entire year was to be devoted to Mary, Mother of Jesus. Bizarrely, for 3 weeks over the month of May, the lights again shone out from the belfry. They were interpreted by many as a spiritual beacon during the fear and darkness of the Cold War era. The occurrence prompted a church sexton to make a quite hazardous climb of the tower to investigate. However, the unfortunate man suffered a fatal heart attack in the process and was found lifeless in a seat of the choir loft. His last uttered words were recalled as, "I'm going into the belfry." There were, of course, theories that he had been lured into the belfry by some dark force. The sexton's passing made national headlines, again attracting thousands of onlookers who began congesting the streets. The parish priest was trying to discourage the miracle theories and also frustrated by the thronging crowds constantly encircling his church. Finally, in desperation, he ordered a police investigation of the lights. The police concluded that the source of the eerie dual illumination was a traffic light in a nearby street, reflected from the belfry ceiling. The ceiling had recently been repainted with a glossy surface. The police also claimed that a puddle on the belfry floor was reflecting the light after storms. Most people were not convinced by this explanation and argued that both the traffic light and shiny ceiling had not been there when the cat's eyes were first spotted in 1921. One journalist had been taken to St. Joseph's as a child by his father in 1954 to see if they could spot the St. Joseph's cat's eyes during that occasion of their appearance. Over 30 years later, in 1991, he was a senior news columnist and was sent out on assignment with the paper's photographer to view them for the first time since then. On February 27, 1991, he took up a position on the northwest corner of Baldwin and Newark Avenues in front of a diner and directly across from the Brennan-Hudson County Courthouse. He was then astounded to see the eyes again. That evening he made every effort to check and assess if the eyes were a reflection of lights from the courthouse or any other place. However, he could find no possible reflection from any other source. He showed his father the resulting photograph, and he just shook his head in amazement to see the eyes that he had failed to see in 1954. Historian Bob Leach recounted how in 1954 officials attempted to dissipate the surging crowd of viewers. The authorities went to the trouble of placing a tarpaulin cover over the belfry windows. The first tarpaulin was blown off to reveal the lights shining brighter than ever. After being securely replaced, the tarpaulin was then successful in masking the phenomenon but had another unwanted effect. The local newspaper snapped a photograph of the shroud, and many people were unnerved by the image that appeared on the front page. The folds of the draped tarpaulin were hanging in such a way as to resemble the face of a devil. By contrast with their appearance in 1991, church and city officials obviously decided to just let the eyes follow their natural process of fading away, and no attempt was made to cover the belfry windows. Another witness is a Jersey City police officer who says that the cat's eyes in the tower of St. Joseph's steeple can be seen nightly and are a regular occurrence. He believes that another strange aspect of the phenomenon is that St. Joseph's runs a school for the blind. These days, people passing the church still stare up at the St. Joseph's steeple in the hope of catching a glimpse of the mysterious lights. However, the strange phenomenon has only appeared sporadically over the years, and there seems no way of knowing when the eyes might shine out again.